Welcome, everybody, to All About Articulation, where we do a deeper dive into the articulation of some of your favorite action figures while glossing over things like sculpt, paint apps, character history, accessories, because I suck at that. And there are already so many great reviews on YouTube who do that already, so I don't want to waste your time. And time is a terrible thing to waste. Indeed. Okay, guys. It's been a rough week for me reviewing figures because so many figures that I was excited about that came have disappointed me. And I had to make it a very tough decision to decide on reselling those figures because, like I say, action figures it's not a cheap hobby. Prices keep going up. And of course, the longer you've been in this game of collecting, the space you have to store your figures, to display your figures on your shelf, in your closet, in boxes and bins, the real estate in your home keeps going down. Where to put your figures. Prices go up, space goes down. Not a good sign, right? So I have to be very, very selective. So this week I reviewed a bunch of figures that I had such high hopes for, but I had to make a tough decision and had to decide to get rid of them. These guys, wow. Did I say wow? Let me say that again. Wow. I can't even. Okay, I'm just going to talk about these figures a little bit at first, and then I'm going to go into the articulation. If you want to jump straight to the articulation and you don't want to listen to me, ramble on and on, I don't blame you. The timestamp for the articulation will be in the description below, okay? Okay, so here we go. These figures are so good. Oh my god. These figures are so good. I should have done an unboxing. I should have recorded my reaction when I was taking these guys out, especially him. Oh, I took him out of the box. I took him out of the plastic. I just held him in hand. I literally was just saying, over and over again, oh wow. I must have said, oh wow, 3 dozen times. Just nonstop oh wowing. I'm going to say this right now. And I know 2024 is only half over. But he's my figure of the year. This guy right here. Figure of the year. He's the standard. He's the gold standard right now. He's the guy to beat. And Dhalsim, okay, he's top 10. Easily top 10. I'm going to say something right now. Jaday Toys. I don't know what you guys are doing. You guys are taking like toy making steroids or something. Somebody should test you guys for PEDs because I've never seen this. This quality at this price point. It's. I don't know. I don't know how you guys are doing it. If you could hear my voice, and you like action figures, and you're not really into maybe, Street Fighter, I get it, you're not into fighting games or video games, you need to get these figures. You need to get all of them. They're $25. They're so well articulated, okay? And it's not just beyond that, the figures themselves. It's like when you hold these in hand, they feel like quality. They feel sturdy. You just want to grab them. I don't even feel this way. And it's not even a matter of what do you call it? Like, it's like I don't even feel this way about Mezco or Mafex, and they're $80, $90 to $100, sometimes even more. Like you just pick them up, grab them, play with them, pick up and go, and they just feel great in the hand, and you just solid figures. And it's not just like it's not just durability or the durability of the plastic. It's just like you just get a sense that they've thought of everything. Everything that you complain about, I complain about as a collector, Jaday Toys, it's almost like they're saying, oh yeah, we thought of that. Oh no, don't complain, we thought of that. Oh no, don't worry, we thought of that. Everything. It's like, oh wow, oh they thought about that. Oh they thought about that. Oh wow, they thought about that. It's for $25 for the same price as a Marvel Legend, as a McFarlane Toys, as a anything by Hasbro, G.I. Joe Classified, Star Wars Black. I mean, anything like NECA releases. It just, I would love to see. Listen, I don't work for Jada. I don't know anybody who works for Jada. Okay, I don't own stock in Jada. I swear, I'm not. I have no affiliation with Jada Toys. It's gonna sound like I'm a shill, but I promise you, I'm not. These figures are just so good. I said he was a home run. If you want to see my review for Fei Long, it's right over here. I was just singing the praises of him, and as well as these two, and her too. For a 6-inch, like 6-inch scale, well articulated female action figures just don't come along very often, and they hit this one out of the park as well. But that was just a sign of things to come, because I had no idea they were capable of this. This Bison figure, man, wow, and this Dhalsim too. But okay, I'm just gonna say, like, he's a 10 out of 10, and I don't give 10 out of 10s lightly. Because even for him, I'm going to say he's a 9.5. 9.5. But, and I'll get to why in a second. But this guy, it's like, okay, first of all, soft goods cape. Right off the bat. Soft goods. Wired soft goods. $25. $25. Soft goods. Okay? And another thing you notice is just like black, dual color. Black underneath. Green up top. Like, they could have cheated here. They could have taken a shortcut, just made it black. But they didn't. They made it dual color. Black underneath, black and green. It's just like, are you kidding me? And the articulation, it just goes to I mean, you don't even need to. You don't even need to get into it. Like, Jada Toys is gonna have well articulated figures, but I had no idea how well articulated. So like the head, double ball joint, one in the lower neck, one in the lower neck, one in the upper neck. He can look up that far. Look, he can follow his eye line. You see his eye line there? There you go. Look at that. He can look straight up almost. He can look down. Okay, he comes with this effect. Now, I know I don't really do much accessories here, but like, for those of you who collect Marvel Legends, how many of these things do we have? I have gazillions of these stupid things in all different colors. I have purple, I have yellow, I have orange, I have blue, I have green. I have not stopped using this on Bison since I've been playing with them. Since I've taken them out of the package, I've been using this. For some reason, it just works. And it's molded really well too, just to the size of his fist. So you put it in, you feel a nice, you can't hear, but you feel that nice flush fit. How flush, you ask? That's how flush. I can hold him up by the flame effect. He's got, of course, shoulder butterfly joints. Okay, and another thing I wanted to get to was they just thought of everything. The shoulder pads. The shoulder pads are not pegged in to either the deltoid or the deltoid or the traps. It's I don't know if you can see it there, but it's inside the mechanism. It's inside that the butterfly joint or the shoulder joint, so you can rotate it forward and backward, forward and backward. Now, Marvel Legends, the Marvel Legends Astonishing X-Men Wolverine has a similar shoulder peg system, but it just doesn't work as well as Bison over here. You can rotate it that far back, you can rotate it this far forward, and that's of the utmost importance because he's got this cape. So you definitely want more mobility in these shoulder pads because of the cape. Not that you even need it, because the cape itself is wired, so you could definitely push it out the way if you wanted to. You hold this figure, it just feels like there's a heft to it, a little bit of weight. Not too much, but just a little bit of weight. That doesn't feel cheap. So you have the solid torso of solid plastic, but you have these soft I don't want to say rubber, but it's definitely soft rubber-like plastic for the lower part of his jacket. So it, of course, gets out the way of his leg articulation. Fantastic, you know? And then you look it down at his boots, solid plastic, and then you have the part of the boot where it's above the foot. So when he articulates his foot up, it's nice and soft and it gets out the way. They thought of that. Not every toy manufacturer thinks of that stuff. I haven't even mentioned the shoulder pads. So the shoulder pads actually come off like that, and it's a very easy snapping mechanism. So you take that off, right? So that's how you remove the cape, and then you put on these replacement shoulder pads, and they snap in place. And now you have M.Bison sans cape, but with perfectly beautiful silver shoulder pads that can rotate forward and backward independently of his arm and his shoulder. I mean, they thought of everything. They thought of everything. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? They thought of everything. Okay. All right. My thoughts on Dhalsim. Another wower, another banger. It's just like, like I took him out of the box. I'm just like, wow. He's just as good as advertised. Both of them. You've seen all the pictures. You've seen all the promos. You've seen all the people now in the Facebook groups and Reddit and Instagram and Twitter, blah, 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 posing them. Yeah, that's all fine and dandy. But how does they feel in hand? I mean, articulated. Look at this necklace. It's a loose necklace that's not sculpted in. It's just a separate piece that's just awesome. And I want to say, look at this. Look at this. Look at the earrings. Articulated earrings. Articulated earrings. His earrings. You can articulate his earrings. How cool is that? And also like these bracelets, they just kind of float. And it just, oh my God, they nailed him. They nailed him. You cannot make a better Dhalsim. And I mean, I'm not going to get into the articulation yet, because the articulation is insane. But I would be remiss or amiss. I think the word is remiss. I would be remiss if I didn't also talk about his accessories, which I normally don't do, but I think in Dhalsim case you have to. His long, stretchy arms and legs. And the reason why you have to bring this up, because of course that's so central to Dhalsim as a character and his power set. But look at this. They're bendy. They're bendy. Oh my God, they're bendy. Dude, they're bendy. And okay, so they're bendy, right? But how do you get them on and off? Very easily. Very easily. It's like, and they're bendy and they're soft. So you just pop off his arm like that, and then you just pop on his arm because it's already soft here. You just squeeze it in, and that's it. And you could bend it. And you could have him punch from someone from across the room. Oh my God. I mean, I'll take a couple of pictures. I'll put them somewhere, so you can see me posing around with Dhalsim in all his stretchy glory. Yeah, his legs, his arms, it's just, they're so easy to pop off. You don't need heat, but always be safe. Use a little bit of heat. Like if you live in a colder climate, or you live in, maybe you keep your figures in an air-conditioned room, I would say be just a little bit better be safe than sorry. So use a little bit of heat when you're popping these on. Popping the regular arms and legs off. Just cause, But these things here, these are all soft. These are all rubber. You don't need to heat these up at all. Again, if I had to be nitpicky, I'm just being so nitpicky, is that he doesn't come with fists on his regular arms. Like these fists here do not detach. Or do they? No, they don't. Unfortunately, they don't detach. So his fists are permanently on his stretchy arms, and you can't sort of articulate the wrists at all. You can't really articulate the foot. But it's such a minor gripe. I don't even care. I mean, it's just so. He comes with these blade hands, and he comes with these claw hands. So that's it. And his fists. It would have been cool to have maybe fists, but I'm not. Listen, I'm not gonna nitpick. I'm not gonna nitpick. Okay, it's just home run. 2 home runs, dude. These 2 are grand slam out of the park, over the green monster, bottom of the 9th inning of Game 7 of the World Series home runs. And this one here, it's like you circle the base, you come to home, and you're like, give an elbow to the catcher, right in his face, and everyone stands up and cheers. And this guy, they're so good. They're so good. Okay, all right, enough slurping. Let's just get to the articulation and we can end this video. Okay. Articulation from top to bottom. In the 2 points of articulation in the neck. He can look up that far. Fantastic. He can look down that far. All right. And of course, you can turn it all around, rotate it all around. He could do the head tilt. Just fantastic. Just fantastic. The shoulder pads articulates, and they can pop off easily. And it comes with instructions too, a little like a piece of paper that it just shows you like a diagram of how to snap these on and off. And it's, again, they thought of everything. Like you snap it in, and you hear that nice little snap. Yeah, nice little snap. Hear that? Pop. Love that. Okay, so yeah, the shoulder pads articulate. You can hit a T pose. That far, perfect. He has butterfly joints that really come in. Let me take this flame piece off. So yeah, he could definitely touch his own hands and almost touch wrists. And he could articulate his his butterfly joints backwards that far. If you can see, if I can move the shoulder pads out the way. So great range of motion on his butterfly joints. He can, rotate the arm all the way around. And I normally just like speed through this part because we all know what that looks like. But I think it's important to do it for Bison because you can see that he could spin his arm all the way around without the shoulder pad blocking. Don't use big words. Just use simple words. Blocking the path of his arm. So you could still get his arm to rotate all the way around. And the shoulder pad stays out the way. They thought of everything. Okay. Bicep swivel all the way around. 2 points of articulation in the shoulders. You can get that far. The gauntlets do prevent him from going any further down, as you can see. But he can still hit a good, 45 degrees, right? So no problem there. He has 2 points of articulation in the abs. He can ball joint, double ball joint. Here how far he can go. The upper ball joint. Here's how back he can extend. Really, he can extend really far back. Here's how far he can crunch forward using the lower ball joint. Here's how far he can extend his back using the lower ball joint. And together, he can bend forward this far. There you go. And he can extend his back that far using both. Okay? He does not have drop downs, not that he needs it, because he could pretty much hit a split or almost with a little bit of clearance at the bottom of the crotch. All right? And here's his Glenn Webb split. Not too bad. I mean, for Bison, that's perfect, I think. He's got the upper thigh swivel that goes all the way around. He's got double jointed knees that he can kick his own butt. So he can definitely touch his tuchus with the back of his heel. I mean, amazing. Okay. No boot cut, but he does have great ankle pivot. And this soft rubbery, the plastic here on the top of his boot or the top of his foot, and the plastic here, the lower part of his jacket, is made of the same rubbery material. So it's very flexible and it gets out the way of articulation. So he could point his toes up that far, do the Nike check, and he could point his toes down that far, like a ballerina. Like that. See that? M.Bison, Black Swan. Just fantastic. Fantastic. A+, 10 out of 10. My figure of the year so far. All right. Dhalsim. Let's go. And this is one of the reasons why I can't give him a 10, but he's a 9.5. But the only reason why I can't give him a 10 is because his neck articulation, he has 2 points of articulation in the neck, ball joint, lower neck, upper neck. But he can't look too far up. That's about as far up as he can go. Being a yoga character, being a guy who's supposed to be stretchy and flexible, I would have liked to have seen him at least get, like maybe that much. Right? But as of now, or out of the box, maybe with some modification, I'd be able to do it. But out of the box, that's about as far up as he can look. Not too bad. Not too bad. As far down as he can look. Okay? He's got butterfly joints. He can push his shoulders back that far. He pushes shoulders forward that far. It's a little tight, but I think I can get it looser. He could, if you bend his wrists, he could definitely touch his hands, touch his fingertips for sure. Biceps, the arm rotates all the way around. We know how that goes. Bicep goes all the way around. We know how that goes. Double jointed elbows. It's fantastic. I would say probably past 45 degrees. Nothing hindering his wrist mobility, so he can. So his flat hands anyway can almost go flat, almost at a 90 degrees to his forearm. That's really good. 2 points of articulation in the abdomen, ball joint upper, ball joint lower, spins all the way around. We know how that goes. He could crunch forward, utilizing just the top ball joint. He can go forward that much. He can extend his back that much. Utilizing just the lower ball joint, he can crunch forward this much. Really good for just isolating his lower ball joint. He can go forward that much. That's really good. And he can go back that much. Extend his back. And utilizing together, he can almost go 90. It's almost like flat. So he has a really good forward bend. And he has a really good back extension. Like that a lot. He could definitely do a split. I mean, he could probably go beyond. He can go beyond a horizontal. He has, of course, the thigh swivel because that's where you pop the leg off. So he has thigh swivel that goes all the way around. Double jointed knee. He can't kick his own butt only because of the sculpt of his shorts. So he can't quite kick his own butt. Nope. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. He does. He has a boot swivel. So that can go all the way around, right? There you go. And he has great ankle articulation. Got the ankle pivot. He can point his toes down very far. Do a little ballet. As you would expect a yogi to be able to do. And he can point his toes up that far. There's your Nike check. So that's the articulation for Dhalsim and M.Bison. And that's my review. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Love, love, love these two guys. These are easily in my top 10. Bison, I think he's going to be, yeah, he's my figure of the year so far. I think at $25 a pop, you can't go wrong with these two. Go out and get them now. I mean, what are we waiting for, guys? Okay, got to get out of here. Goodbye.